Good evening, you're watching The Big Question. I'm Sanjana. India's wealthy and ambitious, and now even creative and cultured, are lining up for a slice of the Dubai life. All this courtesy of the UAE's 10-year golden visa, now available for roughly 23 lakh rupees. More than 1,50,000 Indians have already secured long-term residency in the Emirates, drawn by the promise of zero income tax, world-class infrastructure, and instant access to global markets. But behind the glossy brochures lie hard questions. For one, is this really a golden ticket to security and growth, or just a shiny label with hidden fine print? What happens to your tax liabilities in India if you're a golden visa holder but keep your business or family here? What happens after 10 years? And for entrepreneurs, will this residence truly open doors to scaling in the Gulf or simply make you a premium consumer in someone else's economy? To discuss this and a lot more, this evening I have Paresh Karya, CEO of Aquest Advisors and a seasoned immigration advisor who helps Indian HNIs navigate global mobility. He'll break down the real costs, the eligibility maze, and what clients don't always ask. I've also got Ved Jain, managing partner at VJA Legal and former president of the ICAI, who will help us decode the tax and legal implications for Indian residents eyeing a foreign residency. And Ankit Kapoor, Chief Operating Officer at Asas Capital and a golden visa holder himself based in Dubai. He'll share whether this long-term visa has delivered real ROI for business and lifestyle, or whether it's more about branding than bottom line. So let's begin. Thank you so much for joining me, gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to NDTV Profit and The Big Question. Who is really buying and why? Over 1,50,000 Indians have secured UAE golden visas as of mid-2025. Major demand from startup founders, consultants, doctors, and high net worth professionals. Many are citing ease of travel and residency security as key drivers. But let me come to perhaps the most attractive part, for which we have Ved Jain, the tax tightrope. So are you really escaping liabilities? Because UAE has no personal income tax, but Indian residents can still be taxed on global income. We've got recent cases of NRIs being scrutinized for residency shopping. Ved Jain, if you hold a UAE golden visa but continue to spend significant time in India, what exactly changes for your tax status here?
So let me just clarify you that by getting a visa or a golden visa or any other visa, your residency and the tax law don't change.
Okay.
It's a visa is only a permission to enter into that country and then to how long you can stay in that country. That's the only visa required, which is permission which is given. And let me just clarify the two issues which are on your table. What was the golden visa being given earlier, and now what is the new scheme which is in this scheme, and what is the purpose and objective coming out of it? See, earlier was a golden visa where the UAE was asking for an investment of roughly 4.6 crore as you put on the screen, because they were looking to that people who want to invest, this is good money which is coming to the country, and that's why they were giving golden visa. And I hope you are aware that USA also does allow EB-5 visa, which is granted on $800,000 of investment in particular category of investment, we call ETA, or 1.5 million, 1.05 millions in other category investment. Then you can also get a green card in US also for that purpose. This, by and large, many countries follow this practice of attracting investment in their country. But this scheme which has come yesterday and which has been announced, and it says that just putting 100,000 dirham, that is 23.3 lakh rupees, you can get a golden visa. Idea is to not to get direct investment, but to get a hold of the HNI, high net worth individual, and that's why they say it is not just by putting an application, paying the money, you will get a visa. It will be by nomination. So what they expect is that they want to familiarize those people, HNI, to their UAE. They believe that once you have paid this money and you have a golden visa, you will be frequently visiting UAE. You may think of investing there. You may think of doing some business. You may support their culture, their science, research, etc. And obviously, over a period, without insisting in the beginning making investment, you may get yourself attracted to make an investment. So idea of golden visa is nothing to do with taxation. Idea is to attract good high net worth individual from India to visit more and more to UAE and to live in UAE. And then, of course, depending upon your desire and your future behavior and your stay, your status under the tax law may change. The law, India, UK, UAE have a treaty, tax treaty. In case you live in UAE for 183 days or more, then you can become a resident of UAE. Then your income in India will be taxed only the Indian income, not the global income. But if you have a golden visa and you are staying in India for 182 days or more, irrespective of the fact that you have a golden visa, you will be liable to pay tax on your global income, including the income which accrues or arises to you in UAE. So visa has nothing to do with the taxation aspect. Visa is only a permission to stay in that country, to enter into that country and to stay in that country. The tax laws have a different structure. Depending upon your number of days, the stay you have been there, the citizenship of which country you have, on that basis the tax liability arises.
Okay, excellent. I think that you clarified it really, really beautifully. Visa does not equal any the taxation. The taxation stays the same. The visa is literally a permission to enter the country, and it is more to do with residency, but your tax liabilities stay the same. Okay, thanks so much for clarifying. I want to talk duration, renewals, and fine print. The visa is valid for 10 years, renewable indefinitely if criteria is met. There are minimum income and investment requirements that must be maintained. Ved Jain, what happens if you fail to maintain the required financial thresholds over time?
See, firstly, let me clarify this visa is by nomination. So many applications will be invited and you have to put in your details, which will be evaluated upon your net worth, maybe your past history, your social media, and what have been your background and how you can contribute to the economy or other aspects of the UAE. And then if this visa is for 10 years, if you are not able to meet the criteria at the time of renewal, obviously the visa will expire as it expires for other countries. If I take a visa of UK for 1 year or 2 years, the same thing happens if 2-year visa is expired. So I'm supposed to leave the country before the visa expires. And in case I want to come back, I have to obtain again a visa. I may just add on that US does give a visa of 10 years in the beginning itself. But then there is a condition, you can't stay in US for more than 6 months continuously, but you can visit US at a number of times within 10 years. Similarly, UK also has a scheme today also. When we apply for visa for UK, you can have a multiple entry visa for 10 years. There's a fees which they charge for 10 years. But then the condition is again that your stay continuously for a one period cannot be there. But this golden visa of UAE probably does not have the condition that you can't stay in UAE for more than 6 months. So you can continue to stay as long as you want at multiple entry, but time period is 10 years. And then when at the time of renewal, they will reevaluate your credentials and your network, your contribution, what you have been doing in the last 10 years. Obviously, if you fulfill the criteria, it will get renewed. If you don't fulfill the criteria, it will not be renewed and you will have to come back.
So would you say that there is a risk of sudden cancellation, or how secure is the status?
I don't think that there can be a risk of cancellation unless you do something which is unlawful or which is not a condition precedent while granting visa. I believe when any visa is granted, there are certain conditions, do and don'ts. Normally, that what you want to do. So obviously, you will not indulge in any political activity. You will not do anything contrary to the interests of that country. So something happened that, of course, then there can be a problem. And then there is some cases going on somewhere here or there. On that basis, there can be some challenge. But otherwise, I don't see any challenge once you get a golden visa that getting cancelled in between.
Okay, very positive sentiment all around. But Ved Jain, if someone was watching right now and is extremely tempted, and I'm sure that's most of our audience this evening, especially when they heard about it, what's the one question they should ask themselves before writing the check?
I will say that what they should think about is there is no benefit in taxation. Only thing is they want to enjoy and they want to see what the UAE is. And in case it happens to be as a good city as Paresh has said and Ankit has said that yes, it is an Indian city, the best Indian city. obviously then one should write the check and get a golden visa, because you are going to get a 10-year pass to as and when you want to enter UAE. You can enter UAE, you can do business, you can do any culture, relationship, whatever it is one. You can travel and visit the area. And I believe, you see, similar position is available for other countries also. But UAE, as I say, is very well connected with India, very close to India. You have a good relationship. And now India has signed comprehensive economic development agreement with the UAE. So we can do a lot of business opportunity. And I believe those who are looking for, I think, some opportunity in business, is a very, very good move on the part of UAE, because this is the first Indian country. This is the first time they have opened for India only. And it's a good opportunity for Indian people, particularly high net worth individuals, if they are looking for any business opportunity, looking for economic cooperation agreement. This can open a floodgate for business development.
Oh, fantastic. And thank you so much to all of my panelists this evening for really clarifying this entire process, and of course making it quite enticing and exciting for most of our viewers. But you heard the experts here. Visa does not imply that you're going to be free from any kind of taxation back home, and 10 lakhs as monthly income is also something that you need to consider. It's not just the final 23 lakhs and then you're done. So in a world where mobility is currency and residency is for sale, the UAE's golden visa promises a decade of stability and advantage. But behind the sparkle, it demands careful due diligence, very clear tax planning, and a sober look at whether it's a true investment or simply a lifestyle expense with a golden label. Thank you to our panel for cutting through the noise, and thank you to you viewers for once again tuning into The Big Question.